We know MP came ready to play.
Visit the ticket booth on the concourse. Head to our website or use your app. Multiple ways to get your gas tickets. It's the home game campaign. The first 15,000 fans in attendance will all get their own gas fare book. A great way to show off your gas card. Folks, don't forget to come out to the game for calendar day. What better way to pass the year than with pictures of your favorite mascot, gas fare, and the Gas Dancer. Yes, sir. We can't wait to see you at our next home game for the first 10,000 fans from the gate. Get a deck, Gas Dancer trading card. The National Basketball Association and the Utah Jazz are committed to at the small forward position at 7.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Take a look at the Mavericks. They like where they stand right now, perched in that topmost position. And, of course, the Utah Jazz, right now, quite a ways down below.
And, you know, for the Mavericks, they've gotten off to a terrific start this year. We knew they were capable of playing terrific basketball, and so far, they have not disappointed.
Yeah, and there really hasn't been any feeling out process for them at the start of the season. They were in peak form immediately.
Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Q out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's Daniel Gafford. And there's Davis, and it's Marshall in at the small forward.
Emphatic finishes are becoming routine for Mr. Gafford.
George with the ball. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Markkanen can't get it to go. Irving surveying the floor. Pass to Q. Back to Irving. Gafford sets the pick for Irving. A three-pointer, no good. And the league continuing, Shams, to tweak the rules around replay review. But would you set a time limit to maybe tweak it a little bit?
Have to, right? Especially some of these games and the way they're ending. It's something to try if you can't find a cause to really overturn in a minute or two. Let's keep this game moving. I think we all love a free-flowing game.
I agree. A shot by Clarkson, no good. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Dallas Mavericks. Their last win put them into double digits with 10 in a row. Wow, quite a stretch.
Well, this is a basketball team that's really humming right now. And what you love is they're working together as a unit, which makes it fun to watch. What I'm curious about here is when teams start to adapt and take away their best strategy, how do they keep the streak going? Really, really interested to see how this plays out.
Now, here's Clarkson. His last outing, 16 points for him. Here's Kessler. The shot from the low post is good. And with the new broadcasting deals, NBA salaries figuring Shams to skyrocket.
And we're not even just talking about the players, Kevin. It's the coaches. It's the front office executives. Everyone is seeing some massive, massive paydays. Every single year we're seeing the biggest contract in league history, and it's only going to get bigger and bigger in years to come.
Are you surprised at the size of some of these coaching deals? I mean, the numbers are amazing.
Coaching, these front office deals, it's getting higher and higher. And once Monty Williams signed the deal he did in 2023, that only elevated the market for coaches, and front office executives also are getting big paydays.
And Utah making a change here. Sexton's checked in.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
Here's Q, and looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And we saw some players banged up down the stretch last season, Shams.
I'm told that there was a focus on maybe allowing some more flexibility in physicality. It definitely upped the intensity some, and I think that's what the fans want, but there's going to be some trade-offs, and that includes free throw rates, that includes game time, and in the long haul, adding some more physicality and adding some more attention to detail defensively and allowing defenders to play more and defend more. That should be good for the game.
Yeah, those were good trends, I would agree.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Score of the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Well, Sexton showing that he's more than just a jump shooter. Very comfortable on the interior against size.
And we've got a timeout called by... I know you can't reveal all your secrets, but how do you develop relationships with your sources, the players, the agents, the GMs, the scouts all over the NBA?
It comes year after year. This has been something I've been doing for the better course of the last 15 years. So for me, it's about relationships, it's about daily communication and making sure that I keep the trust, I keep the faith, and I keep a level of respect with everyone that I come across. Relationships are the name of the game, especially in the NBA.
Well, that's what I've heard about you. They trust you. So if they're going to confide, they know they can trust you. I would think that would be maybe the core of how you operate.
Trust and faith, and that develops early, not taking shortcuts. I'm very much for the long game.
On the floor for Dallas. Big men on the floor for Middle Washington and Gafford. Irving is out there with Q. And it's Thompson in at the three, the small forward.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
The shot by Sexton, no good.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
So, Shams, when the league brought in that 65 game played rule, it sure seemed to motivate players to... suit up.
Those awards aren't just about prestige, Kevin. They're about cold, hard cash. And every summer, we're going to see records set for the biggest contract in NBA history. Every summer that goes by. And that certainly has an effect on players wanting to play and players being in the lineup. Now with the 65 games played rule, there is an incentive for all NBA team and different accolades.
Yes, well said. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. With the CBA and Duke broadcasting deals both completed, league talk now turns to expansion. Commissioner Adam Silver says if you're a successful organization, I think it makes sense over time to continue to grow. There's no doubt that there are a lot of great cities we're interested in having in the NBA. Kevin?
So right, David, we could lay out 3, 4, 5 cities right now that would beg to have professional basketball. Here's Sensabaugh. And no good, the dry spell continuing for him. Shams, I am so sorry our time has run out. It has been great having you here with us. We appreciate your time so much, and I hope we do it again soon.
Thanks, Kevin. Anytime. You know when I'm not on my phone, I'm here to talk to you and talk hoops with you anytime of the day.
Oh, I love it. Thank you so much again. ADB, wasn't that terrific talking to Shams? He is as plugged into everything around the NBA as anyone you could hope to meet.
A guy who's really in the know, and as somebody who prides themselves on doing research, boy, you have got to respect the legwork and the dedication he brings to the table.
And Will Hardy calls timeout here. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for P.J. Washington. Marshall comes in for Klay Thompson. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Irving. And the foul on Daniel Gafford. That is his first foul of the game. Colin Sexton, he's checked in for Collier. On the wing, George. Outside Collins. Sexton for three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Sexton's got 14 points for the game.
And guys, for Colin Sexton, it's really about taking smart shots, because when he does, you can see he's got the ability to catch fire.
Dinwiddie against George. Another three for Dallas.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Outside Collins. Pass to Kessler, and it's Markkanen top of the key. Utah moving it around. Clock at 6. Kessler finds Collins. And here's George for 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. And we've been following this group's absolute dominant season, winning most games in blowout fashion.
Truly record-setting fashion. Nonetheless, though, it's been demoralizing to teams facing this group. I mean, before halftime, teams are often down by 15 or 20 points. We might be witnessing another blowout in the making here tonight.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Mavericks ahead, ending the second quarter with a 13-3 run. From Delta Center, back in a moment.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. An uphill.
They couldn't shut down the lane. Only thing that would stuff that is prime check. Maybe 2 of me.
Now that is a. And now let's see what the NBA power rankings are starting to look like.
Look here now at Utah. They're still at the bottom third of the league. Something.
And that's all for us. Now it's.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
In it forward, it's going to be Markkanen and Collins. Jordan Clarkson is out there with George, and it's Kessler in at the 5 down low. And that's the group for Will Hardy as they begin the second half. The Jazz shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. And a big part of perimeter defense, Greg, avoiding screens. What are some of the tricks of the trade in that regard?
Well, sometimes you have to get skinny. I mean, other times it's using your strength. A lot goes into it. Also, you know, getting a cadence for the screener. It's one of the more challenging aspects of NBA defense.
Pass to Collins. Over Davis. Collins, good. Collins has got his first basket of the night.
Typically, you see John Collins work the mid-range at some point. He's dialed in right there.
Outside Irving. Over George. Irving misses.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
Markkanen inside the line. It's rebounded by Dallas. And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Dallas. And checking out some numbers for Jordan Clarkson.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Well, Daniel Gafford has carved out Doris a role in this league with his hustle, his intensity, and his rim protection.
All of those things you just mentioned, Kevin, are skills. He plays hard on both ends. Gafford can defend the paint. He's going to crash the glass. He's going to run the floor. Listen, figure out how you can fit and do your job.
Cranes it from beyond the arc. Clarkson's got 10.
Well, the one thing about Clarkson, a little bit inconsistent from deep, so that's a welcome sight for his team.
Here's Q. He's covered by Clarkson. Back to Irving. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
What a masterful performance from Kyrie Irving. He's over a decade into his career. He can still take over a game.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Well, Kevin, we are seeing a new generation taking over the NBA. Commissioner Adam Silver says stars can be created much quicker these days. Sports is a meritocracy and talent gets rewarded. With a social media community in the billions for basketball and a global market for talent, new and different stars end up emerging. Kevin?
Which is always good for the game. Great to see. And David, a great report again from you. Thank you. The drive by Clarkson. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Well, Jordan Clarkson loves the offensive end. He's in the flow on that drive. That's nice.
Irving up top, defended by George. And that one's good, Irving.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
And Will Hardy is called timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Both teams will make substitutions. Let's check out the leaders in field goal percentage as a team. The Mavericks, number 1.
Just tremendously disciplined offensively, always looking for the best possible shot. That's how they've gotten that field goal percentage to skyrocket.
Here's Markkanen, and you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. Six to shoot. Down low. Collier, that's good. Collier's got his first points in this one.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
56 seconds left to play here in the third. Markkanen against Davis. Here's Q. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Here's Lively. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it. And Utah making a change here. Juzek. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Thompson way outside. Dallas no good that time either. Jazz trail by 18. Now the Hall of Famer David Aldridge will join us. He has an update for us on Daniel Gafford. What's the news, David?
Thanks, guys. I got a status report from the Mavericks head athletic trainer. Oh, that is not what you want to see, and it sounds like it's a serious injury. These early season injuries are tough to come back from, and it will force them to change the rotation. They'll have to switch up all of those off-season plans, see what changes they make. Kevin?
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know, Greg, how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
There's no question, because even if you know what's wrong, individuals have different healing times. The time frames can be totally different for similar injuries.
On the floor for Dallas. And one forward, Thompson. At the other forward, Washington. Kyrie Irving is out there with Q. And it's Lively in at the center, filling out the middle. It's good. Irving's got 10 points in just the second half.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain front here.
So Utah ends up going with the new group. And then for Dallas, Daniel Gafford's checked in for Derek Lively. Davis comes in for Washington. And it's Najee Marshall in for Thompson. Jazz trail by 20. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. To the paint, here's Clarkson. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists in the game. And it's Irving with the ball for Dallas. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Here's Q. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
2 minutes remaining.
Collins passes to Clarkson. Misses the three. Mavericks leading by 20. Here's Q. Does not score for only the second time in 7 shots this game. Bobbed up there for Collins and stolen by Irving. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here's Q. Kessler with the rebound. Jazz have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Mavericks.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with 1 game left against this squad.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Kyrie Irving.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
In the corner, George with it. Back to Markkanen. And Markkanen throws it down. We've got 33 seconds left in the game. Here's Q. Driving inside. Outside, Davis. Tries the spin move. Just 5 on the clock. And the basket is good. And the Mavericks lead by 20.
Spirited performance. You love to get this kind of win, especially on the road.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
So no problem for Dallas as they get the win to come into...
Let's go with Michelle.
MP, how did you manage to win this game without 2 of your best players?
You know, at this level, it's next man up. You know, those guys, they're great players and very important for us in the long run. But, you know, our mentality is whoever plays, got to perform. And we did that tonight. So, yeah, thank you very much.
MP, you are the straw that stirs the drink.
Lined them up and